Go live. I believe we have gone live. I see signs of people. I see signs of an unbuttoned shirt. Mark says he's the first one here tonight. That's a first. You darn tootin'. I haven't seen you come in first, I think, ever. Not ever. Ever, ever. So, hi, Mr. First. Hi, Mr. First. Hi. Oh, I better lower down that scrolling thing. Nope, not make it bigger. Lower it down. Down, lower. Lower, like that. Now I could show Mark. There he is. First one here. So Mark wins the first one in tonight. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, let's see. We got Ray. Hi, Peter. Yes, the Z1 looks impressive. I still think you should check out the Ronin. That really tripped me up. I know nothing about the Ronin. I would have to read it. I trusted the name Raymond Stone, and you introduced the camera that I never even looked at before. So if you wanted to trip me up, good job. If you didn't want to, then don't do that again, okay? Because when I saw DJ Ronin thing, I'm thinking gimbal, or I'm thinking, you know, that. So now that was my own fault. It wasn't yours. It was off topic. I shouldn't have read it. So it's my fault. So you got me good. Congratulations, MDM Photography, Mark. Tonight's treats are courtesy of Charles. He has brought a couple of dozen Halloween cookies. Oh, I forgot. We're going to have, it's not tonight, it's tomorrow night. I better go to Publix and get some candy. Candy, candy, candy. Mr. Camera Junkie says, hi, everybody. How are you doing, Mr. Camera Junkie? It's good to see you in here. The CD sales opened up. I've sold, I would say about, let's say between 10 and 20 CDs. I don't give an exact number, so nobody's starting to keep inventory on what I'm doing. But the interesting thing is the instant downloads all seems to be connected up. So when somebody goes to petergregg.com and they click on the CD, then you get I don't know if you call it a splash page or whatever it's called, and from there they can place the order. Now when they place the order and they go through the hoops to pay for it, which to me is too many screens, but I didn't write it. It's WooCommerce. That's what I got going there. So at that point we have where you could use the what they call a bump if you want it signed. Okay, so if you want the CD actually signed, and then you know, I'll sign it. And so anyway, when you pay, a screen comes up and it says, download the digital download now, the digital files. And I'm going like, wow, that is freaking awesome. So good job for WooCommerce. Mr. Camera Junkie is telling me congratulations on your CD sales. Sammy is here. Hi, Sam. How you doing, buddy? Hi, Peter. I'm not going to be here for long. I'm not feeling the best for tonight. I'll say a prayer for you. We all pray for you right now that you feel better. If you want to text me, oh, I do need to turn off the sound off of the other computer because I don't know. I think I become a magnet or something when whatchamacallit, when I go live. It's like people want to text me. So I've been fiddling with how do I stop it? How do I stop it? Well, you know what? The easy way, turn off the speakers, because I have the speakers going into an amplifier, so it sounds better. So that takes care of it right there. So Sammy, I pray for you right now that you feel better, you feel energized, you're healthy, you're a young man, and I pray God just touches your body and heals you right now. And anybody that agrees with me, just say amen. Amen is the power of agreement. It means so be it. We don't want Sammy to be sick at his age. He hasn't even hit 20 years old yet. So Bob is here with me. He's spending a little time with me. Happy Friday, Peter. I'm tired and sleepy. What's going on with you guys? I'm just going to lurk here in the Christmas room like a little Windex bottle. You go lay down. You know what? There's nothing to watch. I stand here and I talk out of this camera, or I stand here and I talk out of this camera, and it's basically one of those things where you listen just to the audio and you're perfectly fine. So the only thing you're missing, Bob, is if I go like that, or if I go like this, or I go like that, okay, or if I go like, oh my God, that's the Home Alone thing, right? Okay, so that ain't much to miss. So you go lay down, recharge your batteries. Mr. Camera Junkie is already joining in on that prayer. I hope you feel better, Sammy. Yes. Sammy says, I got sick somehow. Well, if it's like a cold kind of a sick, okay, you know what to do to build up your immunity system. First of all, start drinking water. Second of all, get your mom or your dad to get you a bottle of 500 milligrams of vitamin C. The ester kind, which means it slowly dissolves, is the better one, Sam. And take one of those every 3 hours. You're going to super saturate. So when you pee, your pee is the color of vitamin C. So now that means your body's going to grab what it needs of the vitamin C and just flush the rest out. So no harm done. But you got to drink the water with the vitamin C, or you could start making kidney stones. So vitamin C every 3 hours while you're awake, a glass of water every hour or two, whatever you can handle. And if you want to get into a little bit more to build up your immunity system, you can go to Amazon.com and get a bottle of, it's called oil of oregano. And the brand that I use is called Oregano, like oregano with an L on the end. Not the high strength, just the regular, normal one, oregano. And you take up to 5 drops before 6 o'clock into something that you drink or something, and that puts almost like a little bit of medicine in your body. And if you can't handle the 5 drops to drink it, like sometimes I have a hard time. So I have like little capsules, empty ones. And then I open the capsule and I put the 5 drops in there, I close the capsule and take it like a pill. The other thing you can do is just like on the top of your foot, okay, just put the oil there and rub it around like that, and your skin will absorb it. So between the vitamin C and the oil of oregano, and you can also get zinc, Z-I-N-C, is that how you spell zinc? I get the suckers where I just suck on them. And that makes my immunity system rise up to stand up and fight off whatever it is that I am working with. So Sammy says, yes, good. So Sammy's going to listen to me. So let's go back over to the ZFC. I'm kind of curious. ZFC. There, I found the button. Don't get up. I found the button. So Sly is in the house. She says, hello, Peter, and all my favorite Friday night fellows. I am preaching it now. Hello to all my favorite people. Did anybody order the Z9? Z9, pretty cool, huh? I looked at it and I went like, boy, this camera's a little bit better than I expected. And I looked at it the second time and I said, boy, oh boy, it's a lot better than I expected. And then I looked at it the third time and I started watching Chris and Jordan on DP Review. And I watched a couple of other people I forgot, so I don't want to start naming names. And the camera was coming in really, really well. And I'm thinking to myself, Nikon, that guy is in the game all of a sudden. So that is a good thing. Mario, hello from Miami. I'm guessing you're in Miami. Hi, Peter and friends. Happy weekend. Same to you. Thank you for being here. This is Candy Weekend. Halloween. This is when kids and adults that try to act like kids will dress up and go and collect free candy. Okay, now you've got my attention. Free candy. Okay. I do have a banner going across the bottom. Basically, it's saying the show is now 1 hour long. It's for my own health, just so you know. All right, because it takes 2 or 3 hours to wind up for the show. It takes 2 hours to wind up after the show, and sometimes I'm on for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. We've actually gone 7.5 hours. So that really clobbers my health. And I guess it might be I'm not Sammy's age where I just don't get sick, okay? So we're going to do the show for an hour, and then I'll see you next week for an hour. If an hour is not enough time with me, there's in the description, there's an email link, and you can just email me and tell me your troubles, okay? I will add you to my prayer list, although I pray for all you guys anyway. And you'll get more time with me. So that's kind of like the balance. I'm there. I'm not hiding. I'm right there. So I said hello to Sly. How you doing, Sly? I said hi to Mario. How you doing again, Mario? Norm is in the house. Let's see how his chicken worked out this week. Merry Christmas, Peter. Good evening, Greggies around the world. Buck, 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 buck. The chicken is taken care of. You know the routine. Dinner was great. We thought the dinner was great. The chicken, he didn't think it was so great. Something like that. It's a Norm joke. I can't steal it from he. So we got to give credit where credit is due. That's part of what I do is creditissimo. Okay, I do speak Spanish, although I just made that word up. Okay, so Mr. Camera Junkie is saying hello to Sly, and he's saying hello to Mario, and Norm is saying hi to Louis. Andre, hizo de pera. Oh, I'm wrong language, sorry. Hi, Peter. How you doing? You're in early tonight. Why are you in so early? So try to remember between 10 and 11 Miami time, New York time, okay? Because I'm going to try to stay strict with keeping it to an hour so that I don't get sick, okay? That's kind of important to me. And Aaron Short is in here, and boy, he's got news. He ordered the new Mac, and he got it. Oh my God, OMG, whatever the words are, 143, all those things that you do when you text. Okay, so he's watching it on his new Mac. It's a Mac notebook. I think he got the 14-inch, and he got the Max. So he's higher end than anybody, okay, that's in the room. Except I think Tom Buck also bought it. I wonder if he got it in yet. So we'll find out. Tom, if you're out there, let me know if you got your computer. Curious minds want to know. So that's Aaron. And of course, Aaron, I'm putting you back up for a second, Aaron. Aaron actually does a live stream in 4K, okay? 4K, 30p. I kind of helped him adjust it in a little bit because, you know, it's got to be the same settings, just so you all know. This is not aimed for Aaron. Aaron already knows this now, okay? You got to find out the specifications of the equipment that you're using. So if your equipment will only go to 1080 and you're trying to pump 4K through it, just an example, it's not going to work. Okay? So everything needs to be 4K, everything needs to be 30p all the way down the road, and it's good to go. So now Aaron is actually broadcast live streams 2 times a week or more. So find out when Aaron's next live stream is, and you're going to get to see 4K on the new laptop, which is, if you ask me, that's freaking awesome. So Sly says, hi, Louis. I finally watched the clip from 3 weeks ago, and it was hilarious. But the Osmo Action doesn't shoot well in low light. Okay. Oh, okay. So Sly came down, and she visited Louis. Said hi to Louis, met with Louis, actually gave his son, that's Mr. Camera Junkie, okay, actually gave his son a little present, so she came, and of course, just like any grandma would, she brings a present for the grandchild, okay, so Aiden is Louis's child, but, you know, Sly is thinking in terms of Granny. So she brought a present, and then she came over and spent the day with me on my birthday. And she made an attempt to see Charles, but the schedule's all of a sudden well, here's Charles right now. Hello to all my spooky, wookie, snooky friends. And Charles also does live streaming, and he's got his own channel. So we got a lot of people to watch, and they're all friends. So when you're watching somebody that we know, number one, be friendly. Number two, don't lurk. Stop in and say hello, even if you can only stay 5 minutes, because I know, you know, I like it when you say hi over here, and you come in and you say hi, and I'm going like, oh, cool. All these people are saying hello. This is wonderful, wonderful. It's a wonderful life, that's what I say. I'm not going to rhyme that, okay. Oh, here's Tom. Maybe I spoke too soon. Hi, everybody. Congratulations on finishing the album. It is spectacular. Oh, yes, Tom got to hear it. And you can too. If you buy it, you get an immediate digital download. The software dishes it out, which is what I'm trying to do. Because, you know, I've got people that pre-ordered it, so tomorrow I'm going to be spending time sending them the download link. So if you have pre-ordered, you have not been forgotten. You are very loved. I love everybody, and especially those people that ordered something from me and are expecting something. Tomorrow I should get the email out so you can get your digital download. Anybody that buys it now, I actually got WooCommerce. That's the name of a company. I know. I never heard of it before. Okay. It's a weird name. So, part of the software, which is free, which means you can add WordPress to your site, your website. You have to have a website. Okay. So if you don't have a website, maybe I need to give a little lesson on how to do all that. Then you add WordPress. And then when you add WordPress, you can add plugins. Now, the plugins usually cost some money. Just checking to make sure nothing went swimming in my water. So, you can add plugins. Some of them cost money, some of them are free. So, WooCommerce, the basic one, is free. But, and I installed it. So, I've been taking, actually 2 days now to try to fine-tune it, because it wasn't acting properly. So I know a lot of you are not interested in that part, but some of you guys are. So just to say that. So Tom has said he got the sandwich. No, he got the album. And him and Heather, I hope you got to listen to it. You got to let me know. Tom is saying spooktacular. No, it's ho 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 tacular. Stacular. We need a word for Christmas. Listen, I do Halloween a little bit different. I go ho ho ho. We wish you. Oh, I didn't check to see. Did I turn this on? Okay, somebody's gonna have to tell me. Somebody tell me. Hello. We wish you a merry holiday. Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I see my meters running. I see my meters running. I'm watching the green turn to yellow, and a Happy New Year. So I know it's running, but I don't remember if I connected the reverb in there. So thank you, Tom. Bop, 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 bop. Aaron says, it looks wonderful now, Peter. Aaron's talking about his, not me. I mean, I know I don't look wonderful, okay? Aaron, if you think I look wonderful, you need these. So, thank you. You know, you have suffered with that for so long, Aaron. Aaron has been having issues with the fan. And, you know, if you guys are thinking like, what? So he's got issues with the fan. But let me tell you something. I'm doing something like, Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. and I'm singing and singing, and all of a sudden a fan on my old iMac turns on right in the middle of the song, and I hear it in my headphones. So if you're thinking the fan noise doesn't matter, it matters, okay? I had to stop the song, wait for the computer to cool off, turn the fan off, and then try to hurry up and sing it before the fan came back on. So Aaron, I feel your pain, buddy. I feel your pain. So Aaron bought the new computer, and I've talked to him, when was it, today? Yesterday or the day before? One of the last 2 or 3 days on the telephone, and he told me it's completely silent. He actually could hear the hard drives that he had plugged in, and he had to unplug them and put in an SSD. So I think Aaron has won the battle of the extraordinary sounds that come in, because he sings. He's professional. I'm not professional. Aaron is professional. Okay, so he's singing and the fans are going on and off. So Kippy is here with me tonight. Hi, Kip. Hi, Peter and everybody. Wedding season has started again for us. At the same time, trying to finish my new review of the RF 16mm 2.8. So far, I am really loving that lens. A 16mm, and you're full frame, if I remember. I believe you got the R5, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, Kip. So the 16 on that is magical. It's like you capture. You've got to be. Kippy is a pro, okay? So you capture. The picture has to tell a story. So you've got a main character in every picture that you take, all right? But then you have the supporting cast, which is everything around it. And a lot of people shoot like they're taking portraits, okay? Well, when you're doing a wedding, you'll take a few portraits, but most of it, people later on want to see what happened, who was there, who was talking to who. That comes in with that 16mm magical lens. So congratulations, Kip. Sly says the album really is fantastic. Every song has its own personality, and it is very relaxing. I'm glad you said that, Sly. I'm glad you said all of it, okay? So she's liking the album, which, shameless plug, you could buy, okay, by going over to petergregg.com. Gregg has 2 G's at the end of it. Okay, but I noticed that I created each song to have its own personality. So Silent Night is tender. Okay, Angels We Have Heard on High is heralding. Okay, what's the one with the pipe organ? I have one where it makes it sound like you're in a church in England, and it's got these huge pipe organs, and I like it better than the guy singing, which is me. Okay, so I enjoy listening to the pipe organ. But I do find that the album is supernaturally relaxing. You could put it on and you could fall asleep to it. No, I don't mean it's boring, okay? I could hear your heartbeat and you didn't even say a word, okay? It's not boring. It just has that what do they call it, ASMR or AMSR, something like that. And even though there's some with heavy drums, you know, like I can't put Little Drummer Boy in there because it's a copyrighted song. So all the songs that I chose to be in the album called Christmas 2, which Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, and Sammy is helping me and guiding me to getting t-shirts made. So it's going to say Christmas 2 on one t-shirt, and then on the other one is just going to say something like Merry Christmas from Peter Gregg in the Christmas Room or something, because I've been asked over and over and over for t-shirts. So I'm working on that, and I could give a proper thank you to the phone conversation I had actually just today with Lewis, Mr. Camera Junkie, and I was texting back and forth with Sammy. So if I do anything wrong, they'll be there to catch me, okay, to make sure I get it straightened out. All right, so yeah, it's very relaxing. So Aaron says my only problem now is that I blink too much in the videos. Super glue! Get yourself some super glue. I miss my cameras rotating. So I do have the, whatchamacallit, the E10 coming. So when the E10, the Sony ZV-E10, it's going to get the guest spot. And then we'll have 4 cameras that we can start rotating again with. So Aaron has a blinking problem. I'll pray for you. Where are you? There you are. I'll pray for you, Aaron. Have you guys, I know you're not in the technology, most of you. Have you seen somebody called Julian Krause? That man is a little spooky. I mean, he's full of knowledge. I subscribe to him. Okay, I don't know him. There's no conversations that go on with me and Julian Krause. But he will sit there and he will talk to you and he will output all kinds of, I can't even do it without blinking. All right, and it's eerie. Absolutely eerie. There's even people that comment, dude, please blink. So consider yourself blessed, Aaron, that you're a blinky, that you can do your blinking. So Mark Foss is here. Hello, everybody. Who considers themselves a hybrid shooter? Who's a hybrid shooter? Okay, so that's the question that Mark is asking. And Aaron says, can you sing I Put a Spell on You for Halloween? I'm not a Halloween person, but the only thing is like, she's a black magic woman. Oh, now that I'm singing it, I don't remember the, she's a black magic woman. Ba, 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 bum, bum. Okay, so that's as good as I could do. Unrehearsed, even unthought of. So Merry Christmas, Aaron. Matt says, hello there, Peter. Merry Christmas to you. We are celebrating Christmas on Halloween. We celebrate Halloween weird here. What can I tell you? But you can't take the candy out of it. The candy's the important part. Because if my nutritionist guy was here, I would not be able to announce to the whole world, I love candy. Oh, wait a minute. He is here. Peter Serrato. He handles the nutrition and tries to get me to put a little bit of Celtic salt into my water because he says I'm not getting enough nutrition or nutriments. Is it nutriments or nutrition? So he is my nutritionist. So hi, Peter. Hi to everybody. Hi to the kids. Hi to your wife. Hi to you. Hi to the dog. He doesn't have a dog. Okay. So thanks for coming in and saying hello. And actually, Peter is one of the reasons that we are making this 1 hour long. He says, I'm going to bed too late. I'm upsetting my sleep cycles. I'm lowering my immunity system. So there. He says, what are you trying to do? Catch everything in town? So you've got to get to bed on time so you get your sleep hours in while it's nighttime. Because I've been doing my sleep hours while it's daytime. Because it's quiet, I can stay in here and I can sing until 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And other than the fan and the iMac, which Aaron is painfully aware of, you know, it's quiet and I can sing. So, ironically, you know, I'm looking and listening to the new CD. It's called Christmas 2. Now, most of you guys don't know what Christmas 2 means, right? So I'm going to tell you the secret of what Christmas 2 means. I don't hide the fact that I'm a Christian guy, but I don't push that on anybody. It's your business. Some people might choose to believe in nothing at all. Okay? Voila! You know, I'm not the judge. God is the judge. God is my judge anyway, okay? So, but I'm a Christian. I'm not going to hide that just because other people believe other ways. No problem, dude. Make your own channel and tell people how you think or believe. But I try to stay out of from getting too preachy, all right? But Christmas 1, this is the secret to the album, okay? Pay attention. This is the secret why it's called Christmas 2, all right? So Christmas is the birth of Jesus, all right? And then eventually from there, you've got a Christmas tree, all right? And you've got angels and trumpeters and songs, all heralding the birth of Christmas. When Jesus comes back, when Jesus returns, I'm calling that Christmas 2. So the first Christmas came and changed the world. All right, even atheists, they are on the calendar that's based on Jesus, okay? No, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in anything. However, what is it today's date? Today's date is October 29, 2021. Well, that date is on the calendar that's based on Jesus. So when Jesus came the first time, everything changed, okay? So I think when he comes the second time, everything's going to change. So I wrote a song. It's called Christmas 2. It's in the CD, all right? But I don't explain any of this stuff. It's like people are going like, Christmas 2. Oh, is this his second Christmas album? No, on the bottom, oh, I made a mock-up. It says Volume 1. Okay, so what is this guy? Nuts? He doesn't understand the facts of life or whatever? Okay, so I made a mock-up. Let me show you the mock-up. Okay, so this means I printed this out on the printer. I cut it up using a scissors, okay, and that's what it's going to look like. But it's not going to be a plastic. I didn't want to use plastic. I wanted it to be a little more, so I'm using recycled cardboard from a company called Oasis, all right? Jonathan is the one that used, and this is Jonathan's album. So my album is going to have the same configuration. The CD goes here. I got to write anything I wanted. Whoops, over here, it's backwards, all right? So it's a cardboard, and it's got a front and a back, all right? So Jonathan hooked me up. He's a violinist, all right? And I made my own. It's ordered. It's coming in next week. So those will be getting shipped in next week, all right? So this is a mock-up of what my album is going to look like. I can't bend over anymore. I'm going to fall off the table, all right? So that's what the album's going to look like. All right, and over here is the back side. So the only thing I can't show you is the inside because I didn't print that and cut it out. So those are the songs. There's 10 songs, and then I have a bonus song called The 12 Days of Christmas, Peter Style. Okay, so that is what's going on there. And, oh, there I am. Okay, so that's what the album looks like. God willing, and the bridge isn't up. Next week they should come in, so I should be able to start shipping them out at the end of the first week or the beginning of the second week, the physical ones. But the people that go in there and buy it, they get offered a digital download on the spot right after they pay. They say, thank you, you have paid successfully, blah, 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 okay? And then it gives them, click here to download the files. Now, between you and me, the first time I downloaded the files, it was a little bit of a mess. So here's a hint. The Windows computers and the Mac or the Apple computers usually have a hierarchy of files, folders. Okay, and one of them is automatically named music. So click on the music one and click on make a new file, a folder, make a new folder. Then when you download anybody's music, okay, you're going to put it in your new folder. But in my particular case, make a new folder, call it Christmas 2 by Gregg, and then you'll download it, and then when you unzip it, it's a zip file, they'll all be in there. So now when you go to iTunes or Media Player, just import them in there and it'll come in like an album. So you could just play the album right out of your iTunes, even though you didn't buy it, you imported all that music. Or the same thing if you're on a Windows computer. You just put them into a folder and you tell Windows Media to import that folder and boom. And I have little artwork where it's got this picture on it, which you just saw, okay? And you'll be able to identify it. So that's how I've finally figured out and how to do it. So Charles says, do you give Christmas candy for Halloween to the trick-or-treaters? I thought about that, but you know what, Charles? But I eat the frickin' candy, so I buy what I like. Kit Kats. I like Kit Kats and Twix. I like Kit Kats and Twix. And I like Hershey bars, the ones that have no almonds and the ones that have almonds. So I could put a bow on it, but... And I don't buy the little tiny weeny little things. If I'm gonna give a kid a candy bar, give them the damn candy bar, okay? Yeah, I know they come home with a lot of candy, but the leftovers I get, so I don't want those little bite-sized ones. I want a candy bar made for a man, okay? So that's what I give out. Now, a lot of people give out weird things, so I try to keep it as generic as possible so the parents, when they see it, it's safe, because God forbid anybody hurts a kid. That person deserves more than what you're thinking, all right? So I did think of that. You know something, Charles? From a marketing point of view, if one of the candy companies actually made Christmas-looking Halloween candy, I would check it out. Now, if it was all dumb candy, like stuff nobody wants to buy, like gumdrops, and no offense if you guys like gumdrops, I'm just saying candy that kids are not going to go for. The kids are going to go for the major candy bars, okay? And I'm a grown kid, so I'm not looking for these little fruit drops and these little tinkets and stuff like that my nutritionist Peter would want me to get. I want chocolate. I want chocolate that's so dangerous it tastes sinful when I eat it. That's the kind of chocolate I want. Otherwise, screw the candy. Give me the good stuff, all right? That's what Halloween is about. The good candy. This little wimpy type candy. If you're a health nut, just abstain from Halloween, okay? Just abstain from Halloween. The kids are going to get all the candy they want. They're going to separate it out. You never saw the children when they come home? This is the good stuff over here, and this is the stuff we'll trade with everybody else, okay? So when another brother or sister comes up, well, you can have from this pile, but you can't have from this pile. This is my pile. Okay, there's a thing, okay, to doing candy with Halloween. There's a skill that goes with it. So Matt says the second coming. Okay, now I get it. That's why I want to make a t-shirt that says Christmas 2 by Peter Gregg, and then petergregg.com, all right? And then maybe I'll put a keyword in there, Matt, like the secret story. So when you go to petergregg.com, I'll put like a little link out of the way somewhere in the corner, because I don't want it to be obvious, but I want it to be findable. So maybe, thanks Matt, you're helping me develop this in my mind. So maybe I'll put the secret link, okay, on the t-shirt, then put the Christmas 2 emblem that I've designed. And I did have some help from, thank you for who helped me. Where are you? You know who you are. Not allowed to say. All right, and then I'll put petergregg.com. So it'll say Christmas 2 with all fancy stuff, and I'm going to make it all fancy and stuff. And then I'll put in small words up here, the secret link, and then down here, petergregg.com. So I need to put on the website, Matt, pay attention, okay, the secret link. So when they go to Peter Gregg, they'll go, oh, the secret link. Let me see what that's about. And then I'll just tell that story. Thank you, Matt. So Charles says, when did we start celebrating Christmas? Well, I haven't stopped in the last 11 years, but I know that's not the question you're asking. Okay. I think that Christmas started to get celebrated maybe just a few years after the death of Christ, because the calendar got changed to where the calendar says AD. So we're in the year 2021 AD. Does anybody know what AD stands for? Okay. And some people will say 2020, in the year of our Lord 2021, including the North Koreans, including the people in Iran, and all of them, they use the same calendar, all right? It's only us Greeks that do goofy things where we're on the Gregorian calendar, okay? Figure that one out. So Tom says, oh, this candy talk is good. I'm currently in the middle of a 48-hour chocolate chunk cookie recipe. Tom, you know, you get me very confused. You got to tell me about your eating habits, okay? Because I got it into my head that you're very restricted on what you eat, and I'm thinking he's got clean blood in there, okay? And now, wait. Let's find out what Tom is doing. What exactly is Tom doing? Tom is like, oh, this candy talk is good. I'm currently in the middle of a 48-hour chocolate chunk cookie recipe this week, so I'm putting it to use. Let me tell you something, Mr. Tom Buck. I make one of the best ever in the world chocolate chip cookies, okay? And there's some secrets. So if you're making, right now, let me take your chocolate chip cookie and advance it one giant step forward. Mother, may I? Yes, you may, okay? Make your batter, put the cookies into a ball or whatever it is that you want. I suggest an ice cream scoop size ball. I mean, if I'm going to eat a chocolate chip cookie, it needs to be a man size. I don't care if it's for a 5-year-old. Not what is this little bites, okay? Chocolate chip cookie bites. I see it on the shelf. What? That's like a sin in the chocolate chip cookie religion, okay? So you make your cookies, your own recipe, Tom. Not going to get involved in your recipe, okay? Get an ice cream scooper, ball them up, okay? Put them on a cookie sheet. Take that cookie sheet and put it in the freezer, okay? Now, here's your first problem. Make sure the cookie sheet will fit in the freezer, okay? Mine didn't. My cookie sheet was wider than the stinking freezer. So I had to devise a way. I had to get a meatball pan, okay? And you have to freeze them, all right? So when you take them and you freeze the cookie balls, you can make more than what you actually need, all right? So you just, after they're frozen, you can put them in a baggie. Now you take them out as a frozen ball, and it's should look like a tennis ball, maybe a little smaller. Yeah, quite a bit smaller. Okay, and put 4 cookies on there, or 5, because you're going to eat 3, and Heather's going to eat 2, all right? Now Heather's getting mad at me. And you put them in frozen, not defrosted, okay? You put them in frozen into the oven, and they have to be frozen for at least 24 hours, okay? The cookie dough that you make and you cook, wrong. They have to be together for 24 hours. You can even refrigerate them, but I just freeze them, all right? And you put them in for 17 to 20 minutes, depending on your altitude, and the cookies come out amazingly good. Undercook them. Undercook your chocolate chip cookies. So, I'm sorry, Tom, we got drifted off into a, this is the chocolate chip cookie hour. So Matt says, I'm a chocoholic. Wait a minute, how does that go? You go to a meeting, and everybody's sitting in the room, and they're all going around, and finally you get up and you go, my name is Peter Gregg, and I am a chocoholic. Now you're going to Chocoholic Anonymous. So, how did this turn into a chocolate night? I have no problem. You know, I naturally want to turn my neck to the right. So let's go over to the ZFC, which I'm very happy with this camera. Randy sent it to me for my birthday. Okay, Randy's in a little bit of a handful of a situation, guys. Okay, his mother, who's an elderly person, fell down. All right, and was put in the hospital. Randy's stepdad is taken care of by the mother, and he's got a much higher set of problems. So Randy had to leave. He had to actually jump in the car. So he got the call like one day, and then by 5 o'clock that day, Randy was in the car and has gone to his mother's house. So now he's taking full 24/7 care of his elderly stepdad. And when his mother comes home from the hospital, he's going to have 2 people to take care of. So now, how's he going to leave? So I'm kind of like watching to see what exactly is going to go on here. You know, this is getting to be quite a serious thing. So keep Randy in your thoughts. Randy obviously doesn't have his computers, doesn't have a way to really interact with us. So keep him in your prayers. And I'm positive Randy would say hello to everybody here. Okay. Charles says, Peter, I don't know if you know or not, but your second video that you posted on the Nikon Z9 has, the PIP has your head cut off. Oh my God, no, please don't tell me that, Charles. I had no idea. Yes, I watch it. Nothing I could do. Okay, you know what it was? It was this guy right here. It was this guy. I call it my belly cam, and I didn't zoom it all the way in. So basically, It was kind of like that. Okay, so I'm talking, and in the little corner, and this is what Charles is telling us, okay, in the little corner is this window really shrunk down, and you see all this. I'm landing jet planes right here in the Christmas room, okay? So if I knew that camera was on, I would have probably just zoomed it all the way out. Is that in or out? I think that's as far as out. All right, so that's as far as out as I can go. So I keep it as far in so I can show you. Oh, by the way, have you seen my new Christmas album? It's called Christmas 2. Now everybody here knows the secret meaning of Christmas 2. And if you turn it over, song number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what does that say? What does that say? So that's an original song. Christmas 2 is an original song. House of the Silent Night is where I took 2 songs and put them together. Okay? So what song do you know of that sounds House of the? Okay, so it's that song, and the words are that song. So I put those together. I did the arrangement. All right. It's only my recording is copyrightable, but you can't copyright the concept because both of those songs are actually in the public domain. So that's an original arrangement. Well, they're all original arrangements by me. Okay. And so I wrote this one here, and then I took "On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me," and the song has all new words after that. "On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me." The words are not what you think, it's original words after that. So I have mixed cars, cameras, YouTube videos on the 12 days of Peter, for lack of better words. So it's quite an interesting album. Each one I have personally spent extra attention because I didn't want it to sound like I was Christmas caroling, you know, coming in front of your house and they go, you know, whatever, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," which is not on the album. "We wish you a Merry Christmas" is not on the album at all. All right, so each song, like "Away in a Manger," is big band. Okay, "What Child Is This" is, how did Sly call it? Ethereal or something. It sounds like through the ages you were able to look in on the birth of the baby, and you're going, "What child is this?" Okay, "What child is this that's laid to rest? On Mary's lap is sleeping." No, I did not do it in a poem. I sang it. Okay, so you're doing okay. So thank you, Charles. Yes, I'm aware of it. You know, sometimes when a mistake like that is made, you can't fix it. Like the CDs, they're already done. And I have already found 2 mistakes. So Aaron told me, stop listening to it and paying attention to the mistakes. Just enjoy what you got. Charles says, "Can we get a t-shirt with jingle bells?" I'm going to think about that. Do you really, is this just something you're just saying because you want to say something cool? Do you think people would actually buy a Jingle Bells t-shirt? I don't think so. They don't know who Jingles is. Jingles has been gone November, 2 years, okay? So, I mean, he means something to me, for sure, without a question. All right, but I could design something. I got to find out if it costs anything to make a design or if I could just pop it up there. So like I said, Mr. Camera Junkie and Sammy are stepping me through this, okay, on making the t-shirts and so on and so forth. So Ray says, Halloween is about trick-or-treating in the king size candy bar neighborhood. And, Halloween is about let me get it straight. Ray says, Halloween is about trick-or-treating. Now Ray decided to go and hide. Get back over here. That's, stay there. Okay, so Halloween is about trick-or-treating in the king-size candy bar neighborhood and avoiding the walnut-size candy bar neighborhood. I've seen some houses give beer to the parents, which is nice. Now you sound like Norm. Very nice. The chicken didn't like it. Okay, but That's interesting. I would probably have to have an array because I don't want beer. But if they offered like beer and yoo-hoos, well, you don't know what yoo-hoos are, but yoo-hoos are really cool down here, okay? It's kind of like a chocolate drink, all chemical, all chemical. Tom says, Heather and I have a pretty intense sweet tooth. Well, I'm going to have to make some stuff for you. Once I know you're on the sweet tooth side, look out, Tom Buck. It's coming at you, okay? I'm going to get you on such a sugar high, you're going to go like, woo-hoo-hoo, I'm Tom Buck, and we are live. They're going to go, what is wrong with him? So, Mr. Camera Junkie is saying, Anno or Anno Domini, which is after death. Okay, that's the Latin words that stand for AD. I just after death it, and it's like one and done. Okay, but thank you. You know, we got a priest in the house, Mr. Latin Junkie is here. I think I might be getting some donuts tonight. Now, Rosie, don't you be going there and getting me all excited. What movie is that from? I'll bet you none of you know what movie that is from, okay? You gotta be me watching all these weird movies to know what movie that is from. So she goes to smack him because she got really pissed off at him. So his return answer is, now Rosie, don't you be going and getting me all excited now. I thought it was a wonderful line. So Ray's talking to Tom. Tom, what makes it 48 hours? Is it some gourmet donut that needs to sit in the fridge overnight? Are you making the chocolate from scratch? Or Ray wants to know all about your chocolate making stuff, Tom. So, you know, there's nothing that says we can't have a chocolate show from you. If you don't want to put it on your channel, make a chocolate show and we'll put it here. It's not monetized, so it's not like I'm going to be stealing anything from you. We'll just watch the Tom Buck chocolate chip fiesta on Peter Gregg Live. So when I want a weekend off, we'll let you log in, host your live show on chocolate right here. Works for me. Does it work for you? Okay. So Charles is saying the Christian calendar was in effect a couple of years after Jesus' death, but Christmas was started by Saint Nicholas. That is the actual celebration of Christmas. Santa Claus came away after. Yeah, they made the. You guys can check the story of Santa Claus, and it started by this guy named Nick. Okay, and it was like a poor era of time. So he made toys for the kids in the town, and in the middle of the night, he went delivering the toys. A goodwill gesture. The guy might have even been a priest or a pastor. And over time, people started to pick up and started to do it themselves and give credit to Saint Nick. So it wasn't Santa Claus, it was Saint Nick, okay, that it got started from. There's a lot of interesting things. And even before that, the Christmas tree was considered a pagan element. It was used in another religion, just like Easter is a pagan element. But since Jesus came, he's been gathering all these pagan elements, okay, and turning Christmas into a Christian thing, and turning Easter into the resurrection, okay. Now you got well-meaning Christians that think, oh, I know a lot. And when somebody says, Happy Easter, isn't it wonderful? That's a pagan holiday. I am so self-righteous. Screw you. Happy Easter. Now it means something new. Okay? The new thing is it doesn't mean whatever it meant before, the goddess of Easter, for all I know. Okay? Now it means the resurrection. So little by little, everything is folding in to point towards Jesus. And at some point, Jesus is going to return. That's Christmas 2. And you're going to have the equivalent of Christmas 1. Christmas 1 came, and Jesus came and changed everything. Now Christmas 2 is going to come, Jesus is going to return and change everything. Okay? I find it exciting. You're going like, yeah, I don't believe in anything. Well, how about candy? There's a holiday for you. Candyween. okay? Candy wean means you can eat all the candy you want. Well, I do that now anyway. I don't need a special day to eat whatever candy I want. If I want a candy, I hunt everywhere in this house for my hidden stash. You know those people that are on liquor or on cigarettes and they go and they try to beat the habit, but really they go and they hide stuff? Well, I did that with candy, okay? Because some people around here get it into their heads that I need to eat healthier. So we can take that candy away from Peter. All the candy goes bye-bye. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, they wrote a song about it. They just got the wrong words. Okay, so candy wean. So yes, Tom says this frozen idea will be next. Just so you know, it's not mine, okay, to begin with. They did some checking in on the best chocolate chip cookies that you can make, award-winning chocolate chip cookies. And something that I found that was like under the radar is that you don't make the dough and make the cookie. That dough needs to, I guess like a wine, ferment. And that's the first thing I found. So if you make the dough today, you cook it tomorrow and let it refrigerate. Then I found some of the other ones were going like we make it actually into a round ball so that when it melts, it'll start to lay flat. But now you wind up with a thick cookie, okay, because it's setting as it's defrosting and cooking. All right. And that one makes the most outstanding cookie. Now, I haven't used the chocolate chip chunks, so that's an intriguing idea. But I did watch somebody that made their own chocolate chip chunks by getting candy and chopping it with a knife. Not candy, yeah, chocolate. Okay. My first idea was, okay, I'll buy a bag of chocolate chip chunks. But I like the idea of, I'm making the whole cookie, so why not chop up the chocolate itself. So I'm not going to make chocolate, okay, and do all the forming and everything else that goes with it. Been waiting for you, Peter. Thank goodness. Well, I've been here an hour. By the way, the show's over, so we're going to finish this up and we're going so I can go to bed and I don't get yelled at anymore for not getting enough sleep. So he's telling hello. Lewis is talking to everybody. Lewis is talking. To Randy, to Sammy, to Norm, to Sly, to Kippy. I think Lewis loves everybody, okay? So that is Lewis. And Ray says, when the moderator of Chocoholics Anonymous leaves the room for a break, everyone whips out their candy bars, stashes, and frantically trades with each other until they hear the moderator's footsteps. That's not a bad channel, or even maybe a song. The moderator's footsteps. And no, you can't have any royalties. I'm just gonna take it. The moderator's footsteps. That could even be a poem. I like that, Ray. I like that. The moderator's footsteps. So Sly is saying hi, Lewis. Lewis is talking to Charles, and he's going to wear a Jingle Bells shirt, and he's asking Sly hey Sly, how you doing down there? 3 doors below you, you don't even know me. I'm eating chocolate chip cookies. Knock on the pipe, boom, boom, if you want a cookie or two. Charles says, I am eating Halloween cookies. Gosh, I wonder what that's like. Probably lots of sugar. I've been eating soup every day. They pulled me back from my root canal to put a post in my jaw. Right. No Z9 for me. My wallet is weeping. That's another great. You guys are just full of the moderator's footsteps. My wallet is weeping. That's what my guitar gently weeps. My wallet is weeping. Is there such a song? If there isn't, I'm going to write a song. My wallet is weeping. By the way, I got 3 new mics coming in here from B&H for testing, and the E10. I might have put that in that thing that's scrolling along the bottom down there. So Charles is making me jealous. He's eating Halloween cookies. Candy ween Can you imagine candy ween cookies? Cookies made out of candy? Just a little bit of dough? Ooh. And Lewis says, I am learning so much about lighting and audio, and I'm still enjoying life. It's fun when we learn, isn't it, Lewis? On a sweet tooth side, my dentist loves me. Yeah, I know, right? The dentists love Halloween. It's like, oh, this is our busy season, Gladys. How's the schedule looking, Gladys? Let's clear everything out. Just in the next week or two, we should be getting lots of kids in here. So, if you're a dentist, my apologies. I'm making fun of you. Charles says, I think everyone in here has been with you for over 2 years and know who Jingle Bells is. I would buy the t-shirt because I love dogs, and Jingle Bells was represented in the Christmas room, Christmas theme. Yeah, even his name, it wasn't done on purpose, just so you know. Lewis says, I would buy a t-shirt. Okay, I'll make one. Whoever I sign with to make the t-shirts, I'm talking or looking at a couple of different people. And maybe I'll have a design that features Jingle Bells. Not bad, eh? Okay, I know I would wear that. You don't even have to ask twice. Actually, you didn't even have to ask the first time. Wait, what? I missed it. What did Aaron say? Lewis, I need the Pro XDR display now. We're back, baby. We're back. Here's baby back, maniac. Hey, Peter, just popping in to say hi. I will be making him a custom Peter Gregg best in the world, better than anyone else can make hamburger, okay? And that's the name of it. The Peter Gregg better than anyone else makes hamburger. So those are, you got to whip your sword out when you say that, because the next guy that thinks he's got the best hamburger, he's going, oh yeah, well, let's fight this to the duel. I make a better hamburger than you any day of the week. And then I'll say, this is not any day of the week. This is Peter Gregg Day, and I make a better hamburger than you. So, oh, I caused the Z6 to have a little focus flurry. I guess it doesn't like sword fights. I'm over here and I'm fighting and I'm not giving it my eyes. No, it doesn't do it now that I'm trying to get it to do it. So Justin is popping in. Justin has a YouTube channel. Guess what it's called, okay? Oh, you know, Baby Back Maniac. He's over 100,000 subscribers now. He's a big boy. So I better not get him mad, okay? So I'll let you know who makes the best hamburger. Okay. All right, Aaron, you're right. We're back, baby. And he's saying Pro Display XDR with nano glass. With nano glass. But of course, Charles says, wow, Baby Back Maniac is here. How is your barbecue doing? Well, Charles, you're missing it. He's got 48 and a half barbecues in his backyard. So when you ask him, how is your barbecue doing? Well, I think you need to be a little bit more specific than how is your barbecue doing. So Justin is saying, hi, Charles, I'm doing great. I'm going to see Peter here in a few weeks in person. So you know life is good. Yes, Justin is coming here. He's celebrating my birthday a month later. Okay, he's got a different calendar. He's in Texas. So they use a different calendar than everybody else in the world in Texas. So he's coming for my birthday in November. And, you know, he's a master, top of the line barbecue expert, okay, better than hardly anybody else that I know. But I told him if he comes here, I'm going to make him a hamburger that is better than anyone that he's ever made or anyone that he's ever had. And he says, well, I'm not coming. No, he's not like that. Nicest guy in the world. Speaking of the nicest guy in the world, here's my buddy, my good old buddy pal. Do you know how long I have known you, Michael? I mean, it is going on 100 years. Michael is a fantastic friend. He is one of the world's most premier, in-demand, and I shall say it, highest paid photographers that you will ever meet, okay? And I can tell you, I taught him something, right? So thanks for coming in and saying hi, Mike. I appreciate it. I love you, dude. Thank you. I love all of you. I don't want anybody to feel left out. Where is that ZFC? Okay, this camera has been on 24 hours. I turned it on yesterday because I want to see, can she take it or she can't take it? Okay, and this is with a Viltrox lens. The Nikon lens went back to B&H with the Nikon body. So now this is my lens and my camera. It's been running 24 hours plus. So just to keep everybody up to date. What monitors do you all use? Any Pro XDR owners? Ray says, Peter, do you or anyone else have a song or have strong feelings about candy corn? I don't know why, but so many feel so strongly about it. It's unique. I used to eat a lot of candy corn. Now I don't see it on the shelves because you know what, Ray? If I saw it, in my basket, no questions asked. So I'll do a little more research on where candy corn is and where it's sold. Not at Publix, I can tell you that, unless I don't know where to look for it. Lewis says, Peter is the GOAT. You got me to use that on my last video. I put the Nikon Z9 is the GOAT. I wonder, Lewis, how many people actually understood what that meant? Okay? Or more people than I thought, and I'm the one in the old people's group that doesn't know what the hell GOAT means. GOAT means greatest of all time. Okay? GOAT. So I put that on to see what would happen. Do you know not one single person said anything like, what does it mean that it's the GOAT? Okay? So I guess I'm a little bit behind the times. Maybe just a little bit behind the times. No, that's a sheep. Bah, bah. What Christmas song is there that I have to be careful because one of the words sound like bah, you know, and it's like in the wrong place in the song. So Lewis says, Peter, what are your thoughts on the Z9? Bah! You have the balls, I mean the guts, to come in here and say, what do I think of the Z9? What? Well, let me think. You know something? I think it is probably one of the worst cameras. It is just, it sucks, it stinks. It's a terrible camera. Don't buy it. Don't buy it. There'll be more left for me, like candy. Don't eat the candy. It's not good for you. Okay. So Ray is talking to Charles, is probably right about the 2-year thing. I assume I found you through one of your Canon 90D videos in 2019 when I was still a young boy. Now that I'm an old man with a cane, I walk around, I still shoot with a Canon 90D, and I blame it all on Peter. When I get my hands on Peter, I'm going to hit him with this cane. Nice to see you, Ray. Ray didn't say anything like that. Here's what Ray said, so you could see it. You can even pause it and read it. Peter, are you going to recommend a recipe this weekend? Absolutely not. No. Recipes are sacred, and this is Halloween. This is Recipe-ween, Candy-ween. We offer up our recipes to the candy people for this weekend. I'm just making this up as I go along. How am I doing? Walgreens sells candy corn. I haven't been in the Walgreens in a long time. So Henry is here. Henry Vegata, okay. Hi, Henry. This is silly night, so I know you're watching and you're going like, what the hell is wrong with him? Friday nights is when we get together with the boys for an hour, and it's kind of like a card game, except I'm the dealer and there's no one around my table, but everybody gets to say something. So everybody say hi to Henry, okay, so that that he feels welcome. We love you, Henry. I love you. Thank you for being here. Lewis, it's a compliment. Don't take offense to it. I don't take offense. Sly says, Charles, Texas and Oklahoma run a little slower than the rest of the country. Oh, Sly is picking on Texas and Oklahoma. Now we're going to start the fights. I saw your 45-minute video. I know, Lewis. That's why I broke up laughing. So, Peter, it would be like you asking me, Lewis, Peter, tell me what you think about candy. I would have the same reaction. Bah! I hate candy. Don't eat any of that candy. More for me. Did you watch the whole thing, Lewis? Good for you. Pat on the back. I love you, Lewis. Thank you. Aaron says, at dinner tonight, I ate the pumpkin chicken. He was gutted. Oh, we're going to have chicken jokes. I can just see it. I can just see the chicken jokes starting. Next thing I'm going to hear is you guys are going to be barbecuing pumpkins. Speaking of barbecue, here is Justin, Baby Back Maniac. My wife has no use for candy, corn, but she heard you and wanted me to tell you that she knows someone who mixes it with peanuts, M&Ms, and it comes out tasting like a Snickers bar. So here, from one of the world's top chefs, recipe putter together, take your candy corn, mix it. Oh, wait a minute. This is not from Justin. This is from Mrs. Baby Back Maniac. And you know what they say? The wife always does better. So she's saying to take your candy corn and mix it with peanuts and M&Ms. And I like both of those. And put candy corn, and you can be snacking while the kids come and get the candy. You can be having your own little special mix. So thank you, Mrs. Baby Back Maniac. I love you, sweetheart. Thank you. And tiny, tiny, the young, the little Baby Back Maniac. All of that was insulting. I'm sorry. If I was his son, I wouldn't have liked any of those words. Well, I love you anyway, and you know who you are, okay? And tell him, Justin, tell him I love him and I wasn't making fun. We don't have Walgreens in Canada. What color walls do you have in Canada, Lewis? Tell me. The Boys featuring Sly and sometimes Kim. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Hi, Henry. Welcome to the club. See, Sly did what I asked. I asked you guys to say hello to Henry. Make him feel welcome. Okay. So, Lewis, Walgreens ships to Canada. So they do have shipping to Canada. Peter, what do you think about Facebook changing its name to Meta? Number one, I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, it's secondhand information. Not that I'm saying what you're saying is not true, but I am not a fan of Facebook. I don't like being censored. If I want to say, I love Trump, I should be able to say it. If I want to say, I love Uncle Joe, I love Biden, I should be able to say it. They should keep their big, frickin' fat nose out of my free speech, okay? Now, if they say something about child abuse, okay, or something illegal, I can understand that, all right? But they're bending and twisting so they can get their political way, and that is not what we're about, okay? So, okay, here they come. We got the high Henrys coming. Lewis says, Peter, what's your favorite lens of all time? It is the 50mm 1.4 lens. Now you know, now you know. And Lewis is saying hello to Henry like I asked. Hello, Henry. Henry, you're getting some feedback, so thank you for coming in. Gregory is saying, hi, Henry. How you doing, Gregory? Good to see you. Happy to see you. Thank you. Hi to the family, to the little wife and the kids. I'm in trouble now. Okay, Facebook name would still be Facebook, but the company is changing its name to Meta. Meta crappa. Does it sound like I have something against them? They're not the only ones. Don't think that they're the only ones, okay? So there we have it. We have our 1 hour show. It is not secondhand information. Mark actually said it on his reveal. I posted it in the Facebook group. Good. I'm saying I'm reading it secondhand from you. You're the second hand, Charles. You have two hands. There's a left hand and a right hand, or vice versa, okay? So that means I didn't read it for myself. So you did that before, okay? Just to keep your ASS in line, you made a political announcement that somebody was running for president and they never said it. So that too was second-hand information. So I have learned through experience to not take everything at face value because I don't know what the source is, okay? So there we have it. we have did our 1 hour show, and the show is done. And we're going to meet here, same bat channel, same bat station, same bat time next week. Okay? Friday. Consider it Friday. Now, here's the thing. Tomorrow night when you're eating candy, think of all of us, because it sounds like we've got a bunch of candy nuts in here. Especially Tom Buck is on a chocolate chip cookie weekend. Okay? So I want to talk to him on Sunday night. He'll be bouncing off the walls. So thank you guys. I love you. Thank you for being here. I will see you next week. I'll give you my very last plug. If you have me, you're supporting me. So thank you by buying the Christmas CD. It is now available on the website where you can buy it. The CD will be here physically in a few days, so I will mail them to you free of charge in the United States. And you can get an instant digital download and have all the songs on the spot. Okay, end of commercial. Okay, so buy it. There. How's that for a short commercial? All right, good night. Don't forget to watch each other, support each other, because each of us, or many of us, have our own channels. All of us are in it together as a family. We love each other. We're going to be kind, considerate, communicative. Don't just go lurk on In the Blues. Excuse me, when he's on. Don't just go lurk when Lewis puts up one of his shorts. Don't just go lurk when Aaron puts up one of his concerts. Get in there and say hello. It makes the other guy, I feel good. When you guys are in there, I feel good. I feel good. All right, love you. Later. Bye.
You have just watched another Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch Peter Gregg. Thank you for watching.